Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be going over my November matcha and hojicha favorites of the month. And I can't believe that November is already over. I don't know, I feel like this year went by so fast and we already are in December. So, all that to say is November was another good month of matcha. And I'm super excited to share these with you because I think they're actually, majority of them are newer matcha brands for myself too. So this is really exciting. I have my matcha latte. Of course, I am so tired today. I don't know what it is. I think I got enough sleep, but I am so tired. So if I sound tired, it's because I am. But anyways, we are gonna just do this. So take a big sip of matcha. I have my notes just so I don't forget anything, but let's start off with one that you might be more familiar with. This is the brand More Than Matcha, and I think I talked about this brand on here, but maybe not in depth. But this one, I remember when I first got this, they sent it to me just to try it out. But once I opened it, this thing was gone within that same week. And it's because I would gravitate towards choosing this for my daily matchas every single morning. And I just loved that about it, is that it's such a good daily matcha. I feel like this is a very basic quality matcha that you really can't go wrong with. And I just love the packaging because it's actually really unique that it's UV protected and it's not like a normal like tin as you would see like a matcha. This one is actually, it's like a different material, but it's UV protected, so none of like the sunshine or anything can get inside. So this matcha powder has actually been sold out for 4 times already, and that's just how good this matcha powder is. And it really is such a good daily matcha because it's very simple in its notes that it has. So it's not necessarily too like, it's not too overpowering in like a specific note or anything. I feel like it's very well balanced. It is a little bit more grassy and vegetal, I would say, than other matchas that I've tried. But I think it's not super overpowering, and I actually really like the grassiness in this one. And again, grassy and vegetal are not bad things. It just depends on your type of preference. But again, not super overpowering. It's very light in the grassy and vegetal notes, and it's just amazing. The green is a beautiful color. It's the first harvest, and I'm a big fan. I almost finished this within the first week of getting it as well. So really cute. They also have super cute merch, and I love the owner. So More Than Matcha. Next up we have, this one is moocha matcha. Isn't this one so cute? It's a cow. Like, it's literally moocha, like moo. That's so cute. And oh my gosh, I didn't even notice the little cow is holding a chasen. That is so cute. Anyways, this one they kindly gifted to me to try out, and this one I was surprised about because I don't know, I just didn't expect much going into it. I haven't really heard anything about this brand. I was just like, oh, the packaging is cute. I'm like open to trying it, but it's so good. And I'm honestly so surprised, and I'm excited that it tastes good because now I have another one to recommend to you guys. This one was like sweet. It had a great medium boldness of the matcha. It was creamy, grassy-ish. There's like a slight umami. I feel like this one had like a good amount of notes in each categories that I typically look for. So like creaminess, it had a beautiful green color. The umami was there, the sweetness was there. It did have like a little bit of grassiness, but as a latte, I actually tasted a lot more toasted and nutty notes come through in the matcha, which you guys know, one of my favorites. So having it taste like that in a latte, plus as a hojicha, it had like all of those different notes in it. I was already so excited for how it would taste as a latte. And then on top of those notes, it had like the nuttiness and roastiness come through, and it was so good. And the creaminess was perfect. I love that I could still taste the matcha boldness through the milk as well. Like it just really held its ground in the milk. I can tell if I like a matcha if I gravitate towards choosing that in the morning and it's something that I really just want to drink. So this moocha matcha was definitely up there for me, and it was just very well-rounded and a very high-quality matcha. So you can get this on Amazon. I believe they're currently sold out, but they said December, which is this month, they're gonna come back with more. So stay tuned for that. But another one I recommend. Next up, we have two matchas that are from Japan for my mom. She picked me up while she was there, and both of them are so good. Like, so good. So this first one is this one from the tsuboichi tea shop, and this is the sakai no mukashi blend. Oh my gosh, you guys, this one, it's so good. Like out of all of these recommendations, this one from tsuboichi tea shop is my favorite. Out of all of November, this one is my favorite. And because it tastes like ice cream. It really tastes like ice cream. Like by itself as a hojicha, it was very creamy already. I got some umami in it, and there's a good amount of like the matcha boldness, but with the milk as a latte, it was super creamy. The sweetness came out a lot more, and then I got like that ice cream milkshake kind of texture where it felt like I was drinking like matcha ice cream in like liquid form. And I love that there was no bitterness, you know, it was very smooth. It started off on a grassy-ish note, but then immediately cascaded into like a sweeter ice cream-like note, which I appreciated. And my mom also really loves this matcha, and she was able to like actually try their kakigori, and she enjoyed that as well when she was in Japan. But we both love this one, so if you're ever in Japan, make sure to add that place to your list because it's amazing and it really tastes like ice cream. It's the perfect amount of sweetness and creaminess, and I really paced myself with this one. I still have like a little bit left, but I know I'm gonna be sad when it's gone. And then the second one from Japan is this fukujuen banjo no mukashi. Another winner. And this one was definitely more umami, more on like the savory side of like matcha notes. It was very smooth. It didn't have like a very bold or like punchy taste when I first initially had the matcha. Like sometimes when I drink it, it's immediately like punchy in the face, but this one wasn't too like bold in that area. It was very smooth and more mellow. It did give me kind of like a slight dry mouth feel drinking it as a yusucha, where that like a little bit of astringency comes in. But as a latte, the main notes that stood out to me was the umami-ness of it, but it was also creamy and the astringency was also there. But I think those notes worked really well together, and again, the astringency wasn't like super like overpowering to the point where it's not enjoyable. It was like a good amount of astringency. I did enjoy the umami. It wasn't like super umami where it's like almost like fishy or like too strong in that area. It was a very nice like subtle savoriness to it, and I really enjoyed drinking it as a latte. I will say that the matcha flavor isn't as bold as this one. Like it's definitely a little bit more mellow, so if you're feeling like you want something bolder, I would definitely go for this one and pick this one up. But again, this is another good one. You could probably just use a lot more powder or drink it as a yusucha to get more of that bold flavor. And then lastly, we have this hojicha powder from Kimikura. And this is another one that I found off of Amazon, but I actually tried Kimikura's matcha before, like years ago, I think, and I haven't tried them since. So I'm kind of curious to see if I'll still enjoy their matcha. But from what I remember, I really did like their matcha powders, and I found that they actually have a hojicha one too. So I picked it up on Amazon as well. But this one's like a very medium leveled hojicha. So I would say like there's, you know, like beginner where you want a little bit more of like mellow notes, and then you have like advanced hojicha drinkers where you want it to be like super bitter, super rich, and like roasted. And then this one's like a perfect middle where it has like just enough of both of that, like where it's not like super mellow but not overpoweringly bitter or like rich. It's like the perfect middle between those two, so it still has like a little bit of bitterness but like not too much. And this one, interesting enough, I tasted more smokiness than roastedness, and usually I taste like roastedness more in hojichas as more like the dominant note, but this one, smokiness for sure was on top. That brings me to all of my November matcha and hojicha favorites of the month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Cheers!